Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am Gabriele. This morning, very early, Punch Packet posted some new stuff for players, well, developers in general. They posted some new things about a new patch that is about to fix things to make the Utahraptor dismount from the pounds better, and etc. etc. Now, let's go and check it with our own eyes. You have just to click on the Isle official Discord, and then you can check a couple of pictures in Isle Phase 2. Now, Punch Packet is asking the community, Phase 2, Jace is working his magic yet again. Recognize this location? Well, my bet is that this location is Shallows, but I might be very wrong. I need to be there. But my guess is this location is Shallows. All of these pictures are about Shallows, nothing else. Well, nothing else. It's pretty amazing, to be honest. Pretty amazing. Now, Shallows again, unless it is a part of Spiky River, if you have gone to Spiky River, that has some cliffs on both sides of the river. Maybe, but I guess this is Shallows. Shallows, just north of center, kinda. Well, normally said. So, like it, like it, like it. Okay. This instead is still Shallows. I mean, this must be the tunnel. The tunnel. Carnotaurus players will have a hard life in the Shallows with this map. Check how many stones are set in between. Plus, you can hide better. And if you're a Utahraptor, for example, or any dinosaur that can jump, you can get on these rocks right here at the end. Can I get a better view? I think so. I think so. Check in the canyon. Apart from the many stones that will hinder the run of any Carnotaurus that doesn't turn very well. Plus, too much is too much. This is the Isle. Yes, we know that. And down here, look, this is the center of the cave. You got some nice hiding spots, and I bet Utahraptors can jump and have a safe place up these spots. After all, they have nerfed most dinosaurs with the last patch. We are going to check the last patch in a moment. First things first, like it. So I'm number 666, the number of the beast. And this is still Shallows. I mean, I guess it is Shallows unless it is Spiky River center north of Spiky River. Kinda. I don't know where there is that rock, those shallow waters. I don't know, but this is Shallows. My bet is that this spot is Shallows. Please let me know in the comment section below what kind of pictures these environments are about. What environment this new reworked map is depicting of the now Isle. And like the last one, 681 now. Okay, let's go and check this. If you go on announcements here, you can check it yourself. First off, like it all. I mean, they are having some issues. You can help them out, but by the time this video will be uploaded, they will already have sorted this kind of issues on European 1 server, I guess. Yes, on official Evrima Europe 1 server. Everyone is helping. As you can see, the community is very active. It's a very good community, all in all, a very good community. But let's not linger any longer, and let's go to the patch 07.111.31. So, in preparation for update 4, developers are deploying a smaller patch ahead of the main update to combat a variety of issues that were present in the previous version of Evrima. This patch also includes a plethora of quality of life and balance changes that we would love to gather community feedback on. So please check the game, give your feedback to developers. They will listen. If it's acceptable, they will make some changes. If it is not acceptable, let's say you are over exaggerating. I bet they are not accepting. Well, normal stuff, I guess. More information regarding the upcoming stress test for update 4 will be announced in the near future. This week? I don't think so, but if it's by the next week, wow, amazing. So by the next week, we're going to play with DIEEEETS and fractures. Maybe not Paki, but still, we're going to have the pleasure to play ahead of time of the official release, DIEEEETS and fractures. Now, here is a brief overview of the main balance changes. Now, the global health and blood rework. Health now matches the character weight. So I guess if Deinosuchus HP. Now the health pool of Adenosuchus is now 6,000 HP. Now it will be something like 8,000 HP because it weighs 8,000 kilograms, and it goes the same for the Stegosaurus. So Stegosaurus weight is about 6 tons. So its HP, they will be like 6,000 HP. I don't know, or maybe the other way around. 6,000 HP the Deinosuchus, and it will have 6,000 kilograms, and the Stegosaurus will have a reduction of HP or of kilograms depending on how much HP they have now, which should be around 4,500, kinda. Now, global damage changes. Damage was adjusted to better match the health changes. So we've also put a large focus on making the smaller dinosaurs, juveniles, feel much more fragile compared to the adult counterparts. Yes, you start now with a lesser health pool than you were starting before. So if before you were starting, I don't know, with 100 HP, now you are starting, I have no idea, but with something like 80 HP, 70 HP, I don't know. So if you are a juvenile, actually, you are way more fragile than you were before. Kinda, that's how I understand it. Plus, special attacks have been made much more crucial in combat, as basic attacks such as bites have been nerfed across the board. So all dinosaurs' bites, they have been nerfed, and their special attacks have been, if you nerf something, the other attack is automatically improved. I mean, you cannot bite, you will get way more comeback, you will get more comeback, you will get more results if you do use your special attack instead of just a bite, for example. This is good. This is good. So you can use each playable as it should be. I mean, with Carnotaurus, do not just bite. Use the charge. Charge will deplete your stamina faster. It is true, but you are using Carnotaurus as it should be, for example. I don't know. It's just my opinion on the matter. Please let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Now, global speed nerf. Most characters have been slowed down by 10% of their previous speed to mitigate speed creep. Alright, some animals were being pushed to their absolute limit with their speeds, resulting in animations looking bad visually and forcing smaller characters to be increased in speed unnecessarily as well. This was also done to encourage the use of special abilities, rather than just running and biting wildly. Yes, I completely agree. I mean, I would have never thought of nerfing speed, but what is written here, it makes total sense. So you want to nerf speed, so you are more encouraged not to just bite and run away. No, you use your special attack, so you get way more results than just biting, because you cannot just run and bite and bite and run away. Of course, you can do it in certain scenarios, but in other scenarios, you will have more results if you use your special attack. Come on, developers have done a wonderful work giving players special attacks to differentiate playable from playable, so why not using it? I mean, why not abuse of these special attacks? Now, locational damage adjustments to prevent people from being beaten on the head through their entire body. Now, let's say that you are bit on your leg, and instead you receive some damage on your head as well. Now, this makes sense if you have a big jaw, like a big bite, like a Deinosuchus that is biting a smaller creature. The Adenosuchus teeth will go through body, head, tail, everything, because the bite in itself is massive. Now imagine instead a tiny Utahraptor that is biting a Stegosaurus leg, and by doing so is reaching the head as well. It doesn't make much sense because it's very reduced, the jaw, the head of the tiny Utahraptor compared to the body of the Stegosaurus, for example. Just making examples, if this is what developers have done, if I understood it well. Please let me know in the comment section below if you think I'm wrong about this. Corpses now give an amount of food more accurate to the size of the creature. They do, however, take longer to eat. Oh man, I mean, depending on which playable you are playing with, I guess, you take a longer time or a shorter time to eat. I guess every playable now is taking a little bit longer to eat that corpse. This change was made to encourage more contesting over bodies than rather than just being able to eat them quickly and live with no real sense of danger. I agree. I mean, I feel that sense of danger just staying there and eating with Utahraptor. Utahraptor was eating really slowly compared to Carnotaurus, for example. A Carnotaurus or a Deinosuchus just took a bite or two in order to get full with a full belly. Instead, Utahraptor really had that sense of danger, and I kind of like it, but it was like a weak point of Utahraptors compared to the Carno or Deinosuchus, for example. It is true there is a difference in growth. Some are pseudo-apexes, some are not. For that, you are right. But overall, taking longer to eat is a good thing, generally speaking, for all playables in game. Drinking time remains the same, but if you want to see this change for water too, then be sure to let us know. Developers are listening to you. Please let them know that drinking should take longer. Please not, or maybe yes, if I play Deinosuchus, drinking should take longer. There is a bug, by the way. If you drink on the other side of the river, if you do not face the river and you give your tail to the river and you are perpendicular 90 degrees compared to the river, your body is 90 degrees compared to the direction of the river, you can drink without letting any Deinosuchus know, because your feet are not in water, and in certain parts of the map, you are like invisible to Deinosuchus that are using the locational scan, the sonar underwater. Let's say that's a bug. I still need to make developers know through the bug report. Oh, I forgot. Pounce rework. This is huge. I love it. To be honest. Mechanic has been further adjusted to be utilized as an attritional tool rather than a killing tool. Now, the pounce now is better in the sense that if you dismount from your pounce, you will get launched way farther away. So you cannot get beaten immediately afterwards, or you cannot get hit by a tail whip from a Stegosaurus immediately afterwards. So you are pouncing, you release the pounce, you fall off a little bit farther than before. So you are safe from hits, you're safe from bites or special attacks immediately. So you can run away if you want to, if you are quick enough. But every time you stay, the longer you stay on your prey, on your target, the more stamina you will consume. Now, something like that. Every time that you tick, every time that you keep it pressed, and you bite, you will consume way more stamina than before. Kinda. A lot of extra additions have been made, like new ambient sounds, the global dev ban list for servers and players. Now, I don't know what this means, but I hope that developers have the chance to know who is cheating and who is not. So they can straight away ban everyone that is cheating. Come on, you are not playing by the rules. You are playing with 16 queens in a chess tournament instead of just one queen. Why? That's not gameplay. That's not fair. So you get banned. Added ragdoll to knockdowns. Felipe said this, and this ragdoll mechanic, every time you get knocked down, it will give an extra sense of realism, or so he thinks. I mean, we're gonna see that, but I think he's right. Added turning inertia. Okay, some turning inertia. I'm curious to see how this works, the turning inertia, because I guess Carnotaurus already has some kind of turning inertia depending on the speed it is on, the Carnotaurus is on. Now, a lot of enhancements have been done, a lot of new things for each playable, let's say global mechanics, bucking, stamina regeneration is now disabled when pouncing or being pounced. Well, it makes sense. Body dragging, sprint stamina decay while dragging increase slightly. So if you are dragging someone, your stamina will decrease. Well, it makes sense. I mean, you are doing some work after all. Hunger intake values decreased across the board. It now takes longer to consume corpses to encourage contesting over food. It makes sense. I mean, think that in diets, you're going to have ambience AI as well. So if you're a carnivore, you can, depending on what kind of diet you have, you are not encouraged to do a player versus player until you are 100%. I mean, most of us, until they are 100% grown, they do not do any player versus player unless they are really bored most of the time. So this is really good. This is really good. I mean, you have to encourage player versus player, like placing two different types of food in the same place to create player versus player between one herbivore and one carnivore, or even two different carnivores. That's going to be cool. Now, locational damage, as they said, you cannot longer hit a head to a body or a body to a leg. That makes sense. A lot of things have been added, have been changed, like starting health decreased. You are a recently spawned animal, and you do not have a lot of health like you had before, for example. And the max health is reduced slightly for Carnotaurus. So if the Carnotaurus before had something like 2000 HP, now it has less than 2000 HP for Carnotaurus. The primary attack has been reduced, 10% was it? So it does no, that's the speed. The speed now is reduced 10%. But if you're charging with Carnotaurus, your maximum speed, if you are charging only, it is increased. But if you're moving, if you're running, the speed is reduced. But if you're sprinting, you are going faster. So if you want to reach something, another Carnotaurus player that you do not like, you just charge. Make sure you have enough stamina, otherwise you will run out of that. Knockdown damage increased, stagger damage increased, so you have to use charge, basically, as a Carnotaurus. You will not be as powerful as before just by biting and running. And it's an excellent idea. It's an excellent idea. Now, max health pool has been increased for HP. Okay, yes, it makes sense. As I said before, the HP and the weight has been put to the same level. So it makes sense that the Deinosuchus has the same amount of HP as its weight. So very likely it's 8000 HP now. All of these things are pretty cool. You can read them yourself by checking the link in the description below. All in all, I hope you like these opinions of mine on what developers are doing. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to play on this wonderful map of J, I guess. Of Jace. It's a wonderful map. It gives so many types of gameplay. Certain types of gameplay, like Carnotaurus in the shallows, are not going to be the same. Well, thankfully. Lately, I've seen only Carno players, mostly, because they are kind of a pseudo-apex in the prairie. It's pretty cool, though. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked today's episode. Consider subscribing and sharing my channel. Have a great day. Goodbye, bye, 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 bye.